Hi guys, so I was looking at the New Infinity scenarios and I noticed that one of them actually matches some of the terrain equipment that's necessary to play Paradiso, and that is the objective room. So this is my take on an objective room. So again, as always, this collapses flat and I'll show you that shortly. What I have done is I've made these sliding doors. Now the pattern on them suggests that they would open this way, but I really couldn't be bothered to try and figure that one out. I had thought about having so that there were two pieces and that there would be a small tab on the top here and you'd slide them sideways and the doors would open, but I honestly can't see that working very well on the table, and that is basically why I make this stuff. I make it so they can play with it. So there's 4 of those doors and they come up like that. It's a nice size for a midge just standing. It should, in theory, match the size of the narrow gates that you can get from all the templates that you use. So that's the basics of that. Now, I've had to put a floor on it because obviously none of my other buildings have interiors. So one thing that was missing on this one was a floor. So what have I done for the floor? Now I had lying around a piece of the Plasticard hexagon Plasticard that you can see here, though I don't think it is actually Plasticard because it's, I don't know, it's just not adhering to polycement in the same way as Plasticard does. In fact, you can see there one of the little tabs that I've created to hold the building on has actually come off, so I'll probably have to use Gorilla Glue to put that back on. So that is the base, and then you've got these. So in exactly the same way as my other buildings, this comes apart. What you end up with is 2 of these end bits, both with a little door, comes out like that. As you can see, they're basically just used a frame on both sides, and this is the exterior wall. I'll probably end up putting some details on here. On the interior, I wanted to make it look a bit more structural, so I've actually used these bits here. Now these were integral in adding this bit here, which allows the gap that you can see there, and there's a mil clearance there for this to go in. It's a fairly tight fit, but it works quite nice. The friction holds it in place, which means you can sort of half open it, leave it like that. So there's 2 of those, and then in exactly the same way and exactly the same size, because this is 8x8, you've got the end bits, which of course have the green Plasticard to make the connectors that you've seen through all of my buildings, and again exactly the same there, and the same bits here. These little tabs here are what hold it onto the floor. So if I do that, if it doesn't come apart on me, it does actually stand up. The idea being that the floor is attached to the floor essentially. So yeah, that works really well. All that is just a 3mm. It actually turns out to be a 2mm little tab there that goes into a little doohickey down there. So that is the objective room. Now, really happy with the way this has come out. I haven't had a chance to use it in a game yet, but I am quite looking forward to it. It makes a nice centerpiece for the whole table. But yeah, let me know what you think. If there's something missing from the general structure, of course it'll be full of doohickeys because there's going to be objectives in here and all sorts, so it's got to be full of something eventually. And there you have it. Same on all sides, my objective room. Right, thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.